In the frozen Moscow streets, a stray mongrel named Laika is being prepared for a journey that will change the course of history. It's November 3, 1957, and Laika is about to become the first dog in space. As she stands atop a rocket, the world is watching with bated breath. Laika's mission is to orbit the Earth, a feat that has never been attempted before. The Soviet space program, led by Sergei Korolev, has been working tirelessly to launch a living creature into space. Laika, a small but fierce dog, has been chosen for this historic mission. With a life support system and instrumentation to monitor her vital signs, Laika is launched into low orbit aboard the Sputnik 2 spacecraft. As the rocket soars into the sky, Laika's heart rate and respiration are being tracked, providing scientists with crucial data on the effects of spaceflight on living organisms. Laika's journey is about to begin, and the world is holding its breath. Laika's fate is sealed, as the technology to re-enter the atmosphere has not yet been developed, and her survival is never expected. As the world holds its breath, Laika's fate is sealed, a small but crucial part of a much larger story. The Soviet Union and the United States are engaged in a fierce Cold War, with the space race becoming a key battleground. On November 3, 1957, the Soviet Union is on the cusp of a historic achievement, one that will propel them to the forefront of space exploration. The Soviet space program, driven by scientists like Vladimir Yazdovsky and Oleg Gazenko, is pushing the boundaries of what is thought possible. At the Baikonur Cosmodrome, a remote launch site in Kazakhstan, the final preparations are underway for the launch of Sputnik 2, a satellite that will carry Laika into the unknown. The scientists are working tirelessly to ensure the success of the mission, aware that the eyes of the world are upon them. As the launch date approaches, the tension builds, and the world waits with bated breath to see if the Soviet Union can achieve the impossible. The stage is set for a historic moment, one that will change the course of space exploration forever. The Soviet Union's determination to succeed is driven by a desire to surpass the United States and claim dominance in the space race. With Laika on board, Sputnik 2 is ready to embark on a journey that will take her to the edge of the atmosphere and beyond. The world is about to witness a groundbreaking achievement, one that will pave the way for future space exploration. As the countdown begins, the fate of Laika and the success of the mission hang in the balance. As the countdown begins, the fate of Laika and the success of the mission hang in the balance. The Soviet scientists are on high alert, monitoring every detail of the launch sequence. On November 3, 1957, the world is about to witness a groundbreaking achievement, one that will pave the way for future space exploration. Laika, a small dog, is strapped inside the Sputnik 2 spacecraft, ready to embark on a journey that will take her to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere and beyond. The rocket's engines roar to life, and the spacecraft lifts off from the launch pad, soaring into the sky. The early stages of the flight are crucial, as the spacecraft must reach orbit without incident. Laika's respiration increases to between 3 and 4 times the pre-launch rate, and her heart rate jumps to 240 beats per minute during the early acceleration. The sensors on board the spacecraft transmit vital signs back to the control center, where scientists like Dmitry Malyshenkov and Oleg Gazenko are anxiously monitoring the data. As the spacecraft reaches orbit, the nose cone is jettisoned successfully, but the block core fails to separate as planned, preventing the thermal control system from operating correctly. The consequences of this malfunction are dire, as the cabin temperature rises to a scorching 40 degrees Celsius. Laika's pulse rate settles back to 102 beats per minute after 3 hours of weightlessness, but the early telemetry indicates that she is agitated and struggling to cope with the extreme conditions. The Soviet scientists had planned to euthanize Laika with a serving of poisoned food, but the malfunction has thrown their plans into chaos. As the hours tick by, the world waits with bated breath, wondering what will become of Laika, the small dog who has captured the hearts of millions. The mission is a groundbreaking achievement, but it is also a poignant reminder of the risks and challenges involved in space exploration. Laika's fate is all but sealed, and the world is about to witness a tragic but historic event. As the countdown begins, Laika's fate is all but sealed. The world watches in awe as the Soviet Union's Sputnik 2 spacecraft, carrying the small dog, blasts off from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. The rocket pierces the sky, leaving a trail of smoke and flames in its wake. Laika, a stray dog from Moscow, is now the first living creature to venture into the vast expanse of space. The mission is a groundbreaking achievement, but it is also a poignant reminder of the risks and challenges involved in space exploration. The Sputnik 2 spacecraft reaches orbit, and Laika's journey begins. The dog is experiencing weightlessness for the first time, and her vital signs are being monitored by the Soviet scientists. The data transmitted back to Earth reveals that Laika is alive, but her heart rate is increasing, and her breathing is becoming more rapid. The scientists are aware that Laika's survival is unlikely, but they are determined to gather as much data as possible from this historic mission. As the hours pass, Laika's condition deteriorates. The spacecraft's temperature control system is failing, and the cabin is heating up. Laika's heart rate is increasing, and her oxygen supply is running out. The Soviet scientists are powerless to intervene, and they can only watch as Laika's life slips away. The world is witnessing a tragic but historic event, one that will mark a turning point in the space age. The Sputnik 2 spacecraft continues to orbit the Earth, carrying Laika's lifeless body. The mission may have been a success in terms of its scientific objectives, but it is also a reminder of the sacrifices made in the pursuit of space exploration. Laika's journey may have been short, but it has paved the way for future space travelers. The Soviet Union's achievement has sparked a new era of space exploration, and the world will never forget the small dog that dared to venture into the unknown. Laika's legacy will live on, inspiring future generations to reach for the stars. As Laika's journey comes to a tragic end, the Soviet Union is basking in the glory of a pioneering achievement. The launch of Sputnik 2 on November 3, 1957, has sent shockwaves around the world, and the news of Laika's orbit is being met with a mix of awe and concern. Nikita Khrushchev, the leader of the Soviet Union, is eager to capitalize on this success, and the 40th anniversary of the October Revolution is just around the corner. The Soviet public is fascinated by the story of the small dog that dared to venture into the unknown, and Laika's name is on everyone's lips. Laika's mission has sparked a new era of space exploration, and the international community is taking notice. The scientific community is abuzz with excitement, as the data from Laika's flight is providing valuable insights into the effects of spaceflight on living organisms. The experiment has proven that a living creature can survive the launch and orbit the Earth, and this knowledge will pave the way for future human missions. As the news of Laika's death spreads, the world is mourning the loss of a heroic animal that has given its life for the advancement of science. The Soviet government is releasing limited information about Laika's fate, and the true cause of her death will remain a mystery for decades to come. Despite the controversy surrounding her mission, Laika's legacy is cemented in the annals of history, and her brave journey will continue to inspire generations to come. The world is now looking to the future, and the next great leap for mankind is just on the horizon. As the world looks to the future, Laika's legacy continues to inspire generations, a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of a small dog who paved the way for human spaceflight. Laika's mission, though tragic, marked a significant milestone in the history of space exploration, demonstrating the feasibility of launching a living creature into orbit. Today, scientists and engineers are building upon the knowledge gained from Laika's flight, pushing the boundaries of space travel and exploration. The Soviet space program, which launched Laika into space on November 3, 1957, has given way to a new era of international cooperation and collaboration in space research. Chris Dubbs and Colin Burgess, in their book Animals in Space, highlight the significance of Laika's mission, which showed that living organisms could survive the harsh conditions of space. Laika's legacy extends beyond the scientific community, as she has become a cultural icon, symbolizing the spirit of exploration and discovery. As we remember Laika's historic flight, we are reminded of the power of human ingenuity and the boundless potential of space exploration. Laika's story continues to captivate audiences around the world, a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made in the pursuit of scientific